Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the geeks out there and idle geekdom, and welcome to Sometimes the News, where you get to see us sometimes tell you the news. Anyway, I was about to say, I'm going to introduce our lovely host, Kez.
Kanga Kez.
She calls herself Kanga Kez. And me, Ziv Diffie, because I don't change. I'll be your normal. How's that? First on the list is WRC 10 World Rally Championship 10 has come out with another free update. So they've decided that they're going to release a whole new free update for you guys. This is going to be released for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. So the entire bunch of consoles. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. They are bringing the Acropolis Rally back to the entire game, as it were, the entire Acropolis Rally, which is quite cool because Acropolis Rally was actually quite a nice rally that I used to actually enjoy back when I used to play World Rally Championship. Along with that, it's a whole new anniversary edition or a whole bunch of anniversary things that they're bringing out. They're bringing the Rally Argentina 1994 with Deirdre Ariul, Bernard Arcelli, I don't know those rally races, and their Toyota Celsius Turbo 4-wheel drive. They'll bring back the Argentina 2004 Carlos Sainz and Mark Marti with their Citroen Zara WRC, the Rally Germany in 2002 with the Sebastian Loeb and Daniel Elner and their Citroen Zara WRC. Safari Rally Kenya 2000 Richard Burns and Rob Reed Subaru Impreza S5 WRC, the last of the great cars, the last of the Subarus. And the Rally Mexico 2016 Yari Matlatvala and Mika Antila. I'm sorry if I'm wrecking your surnames, guys, and your names. There's a whole new club mode being added, and it gets more realistic. That's all we have for what's happening. It has been released now, so for those of you who do have the game, update now. You're going to get a chance to play it. For those of you who don't have the game, this update will come as soon as you pop that disc in your console, or as soon as you download that game to your console or PC. Anyway, guys, enjoy! Here comes Kez with another one.
Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. The Hinokami Chronicles have added Yahaba and Susamaru to the Versus Mode roster. Sega announced the release of the second of its free post-launch content updates for Demon Slayer, which is now available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One, as well as Steam. So, Yahaba is a demon who teams up with Susamaru to ambush Tanjiro in Asakusa under Kibutsu's... I hate these names. Kibutsu's orders, I think. He has eyes on both hands and can generate arrows that manipulate directional forces with his blood demon art. He has two attacks, one that deals damage and one that doesn't. Player will use the non-damaging attack to put distance between them and the enemy. Then once their guard is down, they can go on the offensive with the high damage combos. Susamara is a demon with the appearance of a young girl who teams up with Yahaba to attack Tanjiro in Asakusa through the use of her powerful Mari decorative thread balls. Okay. She keeps her distance from any opponent. In this game, it makes her particularly strong against Demon Slayer Corps who favor close-range combat. Susamara fights by hurling her Mari towards the enemy while actively moving around the field, which is a great way to lure an opponent into letting their guard down and set up effective combos that can deal high amounts of damage. Two demons that they've released, they have more online missions that have been added to the game for players to complete in order to earn points and unlock new rewards, such as quotes and profile photos. And they've also added a 60 FPS mode to the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Steam version of the game, where within the mode, controllable sections of exploration and combat in story and certain controllable sections offline will be playable in 60 FPS. If you don't know anything about the game so far, all you need to know is that there are exhilarating arena battles, moving drama, thrilling boss battles, and original anime voice cast, which is pretty cool. And then it can go back to Ziftifu.
Farming Simulator 22. Once again, we're going to talk about that. Yes, there is another little thing that has been added to the entirety of Farming Simulator 22. You can now go on to the official Farming Simulator tutorial series, which teaches you how to farm. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I know that I needed help a lot, and I never had it. So, any players who are new to the world of agriculture and gaming in that aspect, if you struggle to distinguish between these tools, there are actually tutorials out there right now. There's actually an introduction video as well that'll show you the basics of it. Tutorials now accompany player progression, which means that you learn as you go along, which is quite cool, which means you can learn how to do the game, or not even how to do the game, how to play the game, how to farm. And then once you know how to do that, you can start your whole new farm from scratch and actually become a good farmer by yourself without worrying about it, which is quite cool. So with no experience in farming, whether real or simulated, players might look for a place to receive help quickly. Okay, and that's always good. That's why the developer and publishers Giant Software introduced Farming Simulator Academy, offering text and video tutorials. That is actually quite awesome. The Academy is meant to help players seeking advice for a variety of early challenges. I know that I've had a few problems, trying to figure out how to, for example, use a potato harvester. I didn't know how to use one before. From the developers themselves, they said, we want to offer expedient help provided by our game experts themselves. That was Dennis Reisdorf saying that. He also said, we basically want to take the untrained farmer hands and accompany them while they advance on their very first farm. A couple of things, from how to set up a save game and how to plant and harvest grapes, up to how does animal husbandry work. The tutorial series will cover most frequent problems of aspiring farmers while reflecting the natural progression of a beginner, and further of the beginner. The further they get, the more in-depth the topics will get, which is quite cool, because that basically gives you the advantage of being able to learn how to do the farming in-game. So the best time to get farming and Farming Simulator is right now. Farming Simulator Academy starts just in time. Farming Simulator 22 releases on the 22nd of November. That's kind of funny. For Mac, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PS4 and Xbox One, as well as Stadia. Anyway, back to Kez. I think she may have one more article.
So on the 22nd of November, there was a open beta for the King of Fighters, and it was available on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. The reason why it was those is it was featured as a cross-play between the consoles, and participants were able to face off in online matches, which were casual and room matches, as well as offline, which was versus training and tutorial, and didn't need a PlayStation Plus subscription. It was from the sound of things, it sounds like it was a lot of fun, and I'm sure a lot of people did have fun with it. The characters that were able to have been played was Dolores, Shunye, Kyo Kusanagi, Iori Yagama, Chizuru Kagura, Yashiro, Nanakase, Shermie, and Chris. Like, really?
Iori Yagami.
Well,
Iori.
It could be an L and it could be an I.
L would be capitalized. It's the first letter of the word. It's capitalized. It's Iori.
Okay. Well, I still think that the last name Chris is just funny.
Shermie and Chris.
Shermie and Chris. Like, really? You thought so hard about those two names.
Well, the first one as well, Dolores.
Yeah. I'm gonna play with Dolores. Picture an old lady with that little handbag. I know it's not. That's not what it is.
No, she'd have a handbag and a cane.
Yes, and butterscotch candies. Anyway,
butterscotch candy.
The game is going to be released on the 17th of February in 2022, and it will be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, S, Windows 10, Steam, and the Epic Store. You can play 1 to 2 players locally and 2 to 8 network. Hey, it might be another game for our Friday nights. We never know.
Who's gonna Like,
But anyway, I think
he's gonna play King of Fighters. Really, of all games?
I don't know.
I'm
Anyway,
not.
that's it from my side.
All right, and that is
Kanga
it.
Kiss is done.
That is it from us here at SA Geeks headquarters, giving you sometimes the news.
Bye.
Giving you